Alright, Game 4 of the OFCC tournament for my Chaos. Game 4's opponent was Wood Elves. His army, he had 2 Eagles, 3 units of 10 Dryads. He did have a branch right in there with the Cluster of Radiance to give him +1 to spell die. He had 2 units of 10 Archers, a unit of 15 Archers, 6 Treekin, a Tree Man, Hero on an Eagle, the Truthsayer from Storm of Magic for his Spellcaster, and the Lord on the Dragon. The Wood Elf and Lord on the Dragon had the 3+ ward save until he fails one, and the Noble on the Eagle had the 3+ ward save versus non-magical attacks. Yeah, and then briefly going over my army, I had the 18 Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with my Sorcerer Lord in front of my Hell Cannon, both Chariots of Slaanesh. I had the small unit of dogs with the Ogres of Slaanesh with great weapons behind them. The Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with my Battle Cinderbear and my level 2 mage. Since he has Flickering Fire, I thought that would be good to combat the Treekin and Tree Man. Another unit of dogs and the Shaggoth. We rolled first turn and Wood Elves got it. Shocker. On to turn 1. Alright, Wood Elves turn 1. He moved up his combat units. He got Throne of Vines off on his mage. I let it go, since most of his stuff is going to be pretty much out of range for the first turn anyways. Shooting, he tried to shoot at the warriors with his archer units. Didn't cause any damage. His archers on the right are back so far because all the rocky stone outcropping things are, well, on a 4+, they cost die 6, strength 4 hits to any unit within 6 inches. So he tried to stay out. I didn't care, so I just sat it in there. That was the end of a Wood Elf's turn 1. Okay, Chaos turn 1. Both Chariots successfully charged his Dryad unit, but only causing 2 casualties with all the impact hits and all the attacks, and yeah, that sucked. Anyways, they held. In the magic phase, I got off Harmonic Convergence on my Lord's unit, expecting his dragon to charge in there. On the right, I moved up a little bit. He did successfully dispel all my other spells, especially the Flickering Fire at his Treekin. Other than that, I did fire the Hell Cannon, centering it on his Truthsayer. He failed his Lookout Sir. I wounded him, but only did 1 wound and killed off 5 archers in that unit, but they did not panic. That was the end of Chaos turn 1. Wood Elves turn 2. His dragon charges into the flank of my chariot, which proceeded to destroy that chariot, and the combined combat res caused my other chariot to flee up the hill. He didn't fail his difficult terrain test, so that's where they ended up. I believe it's actually another Wood Elf Lord on an Eagle. I can't remember if it was an Eagle or a Noble. Hopped down to entangle the Hell Cannon. The other Eagle trying to do something with the Ogres. I'm not sure exactly what he wanted to do there. He turned both his Treekin and his Tree Man to deal with the Shaggoth. His Eagle on the right hopped all the way into my deployment zone. There was bonus points for being on the road at the end of the game and being in the opponent's deployment zone at the end of the game. So he hopped them down just to have someone in my deployment zone. In his magic phase, he successfully cast Throne of Vines again since I dispelled it in my phase. Healed himself and brought back all of his archers with the regrowth spell that I failed to stop. Other than that, oh, my warriors did attack the Wood Elf Highborn on the dragon, and he passed 2 of his 3 saves he had to make, so I did put a wound on him and negated his 3+ ward save for the rest of the game, so that was good. Alright, on to Chaos turn 2. Alright, Chaos turn 2. A lot happened. My warriors and my dogs charged into the Wood Elf Lord on a dragon. My theory behind that was I knew I'd have to challenge anyways, and this way I could gain an extra combat res for having a unit in the flank, and hopefully break him on the first turn. My chariot did rally and turned to face the dryads. The ogres easily killed the eagle and overran. The hell cannon charged the actually I think he failed his test at the beginning of the phase, so he had to rampage. So he rampaged right into the noble on an eagle. Shagath just came back to help out the Dragon Lord. I didn't know what to do with him right now. The Tree Man should be able to easily take him out in combat, so I didn't want to tangle with that. And he keeps dispelling my flickering fire on his Treekin. And that was Chaos turn 2. I did put Harmonic Convergence back up on my mage. I think that was the only spell I got off. So alright, Wood Elves. Oh, but he did hold in that combat, hence why the dragon's still there. So that did hurt me. He passed his leadership test on a 6. Alright, now on to Wood Elves turn 2. 3.